What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Shades Super. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Happy and blessed weekend. I hope you guys had a great Friday. I definitely did. And again, welcome to Shades Tube, you guys. All right. Let me go ahead and turn this music down a little bit. It's always like sky high in my ears over here. But anyway, y'all, tonight is Fuckery Friday / Saturday, and I got a lot of fuckery news to tell you guys today. Okay, hold on for a second. Let me do this real quick. A lot of fuckery stuff to tell you guys about. We're going to be talking about the Florida State University shooter. Allegedly, he promoted white supremacists. We're going to also talk about Karmelo Anthony, how they are still attacking his family, and how Austin Metcalf's family got swatted. All right. Then I have some Terrance Howard news, some Diddy news, and just some more news and some fuckery news as well, guys. So go get you something to drink, eat, a relax and chair bed. If you are at work, continue to do your job, but watch me on the down low. Like I say every night, watch Shades Tube on the down low. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. All right. And I hope you guys have a blessed weekend and a happy Easter as well. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and do that copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, where allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. Part of it is going across that screen right there, and it will be in my comment area once this video is over. You guys, don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoy this content. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification. Make sure you share and leave a comment. And thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much. All right. So let's change this back up here and then put that there. All right. Anyway, if you want to show additional support to the channel or for this channel, you can do that by doing a super sticker or either a super chat, or you can do a Cash App donation at $ShadesTube, or you can become a member for just $4.99 a month. Welcome to everybody in the bushes. Welcome to everybody who watches us in the replay. Over here in the chat, we got Jermaine in the place to be. And thank you guys so much again. All right, so let's go to get started because we are not going to be here all night long. All right, it is Saturday, and so I know y'all got sleep to do. All right. So first thing first, guys, let's go ahead and tackle first. Let's recap the most funniest shit of the week. All right, here on Shades Tube. And it was the other day when I had a special guest come here uninvited, and she wanted to act a fool. So we are going to recap that. Let me see how long I've been on this live first, because there was some things said. So, okay, so I'll tell you what. I'm going to first tell you guys about Terrance Howard, and then I'll recap what happened the other night, okay? Because you have to stay on YouTube for a minute before you play certain things, okay? That's the reason why I have to do it like that. So let's go ahead and do Terrance Howard first, and then we will do the recap. That's some straight up fuckery too. Wait till y'all hear it. Y'all, if you didn't see it the other day, you're going to hear it tonight, and you're going to be laughing. So I'm going to play that part of that for you guys to hear it. Okay. All right. So let's go and do Terrance Howard first. Let's see what he's talking about. Let's take Angie Stone's stuff up. Let's see. Terrance Howard. And if I misspell anybody's name, I am sorry. Well, damn it. I am sorry because, you know, I'll be typing pretty fast, and sometimes I just hit all sorts of keys, and it is what it is, y'all. Okay. So anyway, Terrance Howard, you guys, let's get his information. Hold on, wait a minute, y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and do Terrance Howard real quick. And then while we listen to the video of Terrance Howard, I have to send something to somebody. So let's go ahead and do this first, Terrance. Let me find this article first, you guys. Damn, I forgot what I did with it up here. Let's see. Terrance better be quiet because, you know, he talking a little bit too much, you guys. Anyway, Terrance plans to expose Hollywood heavyweights in a new podcast. You know, he was kind of exposing people when he was doing that interview the other day, right? Or last week or the week before that. So now he plans on exposing more of Hollywood in his new podcast. And he said he will not pull any punches because he plans to take on big time Hollywood media companies, something he describes as a studio's nightmare and every actor's wet dream. Okay. Anyway, Terrance told TMZ he recently started recording a new podcast that pulls back the curtain on the entertainment industry and intends to release it to the public in the near future. So let's see here. Is this it right here where he's talking? Oh, no, they're not here. So anyway, he will speak on the powerful figures behind the scene in Hollywood. Specifically, he tells us he's going to address his ongoing legal battle with CAA, claiming the talent agency allegedly asked him to accept a lower salary while he worked on Empire. He also says he has plenty to say about the bigwigs over at Disney and Fox. And I wonder what that could be. Disney, allegedly Disney, there are rumors about certain things that happened at Disney. Okay. And I mean, if you go type it in on YouTube, you will see it yourself. And I'm talking about from years ago and recently, but certainly like a long time ago. All types of little weird stuff. He will also dish about his time on the set of Empire, along with what he calls business betrayals and shady transactions. Now, through it all, Terrance hopes to show his listeners how the industry really operates. He promises he's going to be as candid as he was during his recent appearance on the PBD podcast, where he made some jaw-dropping remarks about Diddy. But he doesn't plan to drag celebs. Instead, he's focused on speaking truth to power. Okay. So he's not going to tell on any celebs. But he's going to talk about, I guess he's going to talk about like he said, the big wigs. Okay. Terrance Howard says he thinks everyone in showbiz is terrified of the powers that be in Hollywood. Studio execs, powerful agents, and the like. But Howard says he doesn't feel that fear because he's got nothing to lose. So let's read some of these comments. Okay, somebody said, about time, let the truth be told. We should know who runs Hollywood. Okay. Another commenter said, I hope Terrance exposed the real truth about Hollywood. Pukes. Okay. Another commenter said, don't get unalive speaking on something they don't want you exposing. Honestly, guys, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I don't believe he's really going to be exposing what we think. Okay. I really just don't believe that. I believe he may tell us a little bit, but I don't think he's going to go all out. He already just told you guys he's not telling anything on any celebs. So, I mean, he can tell us some things about the big wigs, but the thing about it, I just don't believe he's going to really tell us a whole just crazy stuff. I don't think he's going to put himself in a situation where he could get unalive by talking and saying too much. You say he's a lunatic, Jermaine, and he just wants attention. Okay, so let me tell y'all what else happened here. So clearly, since he did that little interview, some fans have been saying stuff. Okay, let me tell y'all what they said. Let me find it first. Hold on. Let me find it. Okay, I got to find it first, y'all. I got a lot of stuff on this phone. So the internet, are tripping. They are saying they are praying for his safety. Let's see what else they're saying. Some people believe that he should have done it already, and others share their thoughts, saying that he should not be talking too much because he may become unalive. Somebody said they are praying for his safety. Let's see what else. Other people said they trusted Terrance Howard. And then somebody said, well, I'll be tuned into that podcast. Pray nothing happens to him. And then someone else said, as a therapist, he's not lying. Trauma is often at the root of substance use and overall emotional distress. And then another commenter said, praying he stays covered and protected. Hollywood and fame is such a gritty, dirty business. I have always heard it, but damn, with so many things coming to light. Jeez. Okay. And let's see. Somebody else said they would definitely be watching. Okay. Then somebody said he did mention he wanted to quit acting, and now he wants to speak on this. Maybe this is why. I think he said in that interview that it was just too much going on in Hollywood, and that's why he stepped aside from it somewhat. Somebody else said he said everything true in my opinion. I am a woman, but I do understand his perspective regarding a man establishing himself as a man and carrying yourself a certain way so others know how to respect you and not be careless about it. Okay, so because remember in that interview he did, he was saying that guys will do anything, but a man, you can't make a man do anything. And I think he was saying that in reference to what in Hollywood, how some of these men claim to be heterosexuals, but then they get into a position where their manhood is tested, and a lot of these people give in to it because they want whatever these people are offering them. And he said that he's not going to do it. And that's why he said he's a man. He's not a guy. He's a man. And men don't let people put them in that situation, first of all. And secondly, even if they do get in that situation, they don't bend. But a guy will. A guy will do anything. That's basically what I took from what he said. Okay? So let me go ahead and go to Terrance's interview. We're going to watch that first. We're going to recap that. And then we're going to see what else they're saying about him. Okay? While I do this little thing I got to do real quick. Hold on. Let me turn this music all the way off. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So let's go over here and get it. Hold on for a second, you guys. Let me type it in here first, and then I'll share the screen once I finish doing that. Okay. So first we're going to watch this interview again just to see what he said. Okay. He was talking about Diddy too, just to let you guys know that. So we're going to listen to that first. Let me share this screen and all that for you guys. Okay, and we're going to watch this, okay, together again and listen to him.
Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers coming to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. You know, when you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole, okay?
Okay, so
then my assistant was like,
so that was the interview that Terrance did a couple of weeks ago when they asked him about Diddy. And he was saying something about his assistant, like he just said. First of all, he said Diddy was staring at him. All right. Okay, so that he clearly thought that was weird. Then I guess he asked his assistant, why is this dude staring at me or something like that? I can't remember. I think that's what he just said. I'm not sure. And he said that his assistant told him that Diddy wanted to F him. So that's when he started talking about a guy will easily give in to that, but a man won't. Okay. So let me see if I can get the entire interview. Hold on for 1 sec. Let's see. That was funny though. When I first heard that, the dude who was interviewing him, when he first heard that, guys, you should have seen his damn reaction. It tripped me out. I'm not gonna lie. I was laughing my ass off when I was watching this. Now, I don't know if this is true. Let's look at this right here real quick, okay? Because, boy, he rapping. I don't know if we can see that right there because he's singing and stuff. We don't want to get him singing. Okay, let me see if I can go past that.
And the craziest part is that some of those accusations were already public when that casting happened, and he was never canceled for none of it. So fast forward to December 2022 when Terrance randomly announced he was retiring from acting. People were shook. He was still getting major roles, his fan base was solid, and there wasn't any visible drama that would have explained him stepping away. But if you listened closely, Terrance was hinting at something way deeper than a career break. According to him, the real reason he dipped was because the industry kept trying to put him in situations that felt humiliating. Like, behind the glitz and glam, there were some dark agendas and he wasn't here for it. He claimed there were efforts to emasculate him, and when he pushed back, Hollywood pushed harder. So instead of folding, he said, "I'm out." And ever since his so-called retirement, he's been out here airing everything. One thing he keeps bringing up is the pressure put on male stars to wear dresses on screen. Terrance said these scenes had zero connection to the plot, and he felt like it was all part of some weird setup to make him look foolish or take away his manhood. But let's not act like this convo started with him. For years, other black actors have been saying the exact same thing. Y'all remember when Dave Chappelle started speaking out? He said Hollywood would randomly try to throw him in a dress for comedy skits, like, with no storyline reason at all, just vibes, and not the good kind. That pressure got so intense Chappelle walked away from a $50 million deal with Comedy Central. Deadass, he was so pressed on this that he legit decided to travel to Africa just to breathe again, and probably consult the ancestors cause motherland always knows best. Later on Oprah, he talked about how the industry kept pushing him to conform, and one specific moment that stuck with him was being told by Martin Lawrence to throw on a dress for a sketch. That was the final straw. But Dave made it clear it wasn't about one scene. It was about a larger system that, in his eyes, was constantly trying to break down black men through comedy, through roles, through disrespect, dressed up as art. Literally what Terrance is confirming right now. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in a career, I'll be connecting out that like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress. This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin. Yeah, the movie's going good. So I walk in a trailer. I'm like, man, it's supposed to be a wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in. The writer comes in. I think he's a writer. He's like, Dave, listen, you got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute. He put this dress on and why the prostitute? No, I'm not doing it. I don't feel comfortable with it. But yo, Dave Chappelle wasn't the only one pulling back the curtain on Hollywood's shady antics. Kevin Hart low-key co-signed on the same. While he didn't straight up refuse rocking a dress, you could feel what he was hinting at in his interviews. He cracked jokes like he always does. But if you really listened, it was clear. Basically, Kevin said he's been in rooms where that kind of pressure was very real, and it wasn't just one time. It's something a lot of black men in the industry have had to dodge behind the scenes. Dave Chappelle, another great comedian. And the craziest part is that some of those accusations
Okay, so we just heard this robot, you guys, this AI trying to speak slang. That was funny as shit. I'm not gonna lie about that, okay? But anyway, what do you guys think about that? You say he's trying to revive his flatline career. No, Terrance speaking some truth. You know they be doing the most, okay? He's speaking some truth about Hollywood, guys. What are you talking about, Jermaine? Terrance is speaking some truth, okay? Because there'll be a lot of weird shit, happening, in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Years ago, I used to look up this stuff all the time. That's why I know all about Disney, Nickelodeon, all this stuff. Y'all, you wouldn't believe all the stuff. Then again, just go look it up on YouTube. You'll see what I'm talking about. How you know, Jermaine? How do you know? Let's go ahead and look at some more videos because this is Fuckery Friday. We're going to be acting like we're going to be doing some fuckery tonight, okay? For real, okay? Let's go to see what else they got up here with Terrance. Let's see. What else we got? Let's listen to this one. Wait. Hold on. Which one we want to look at? Wait a minute. Let's look at this one right here. Let's see what's going on with this one.
Started kicking it with Diddy, right? I ran around with Diddy for 2 years. And this Diddy, we never went to the studio one time, but he was like, "Yo, your demo, bad boy, hey, Playboy, hey, here go watch Playboy, here go chain Playboy." I'm like, "Yo, we ever gonna rap?" He was like, "No, I'm doing it for 2 years." Yo, but the jet leaves at 5. We going to Miami, Playboy. We going to, you know what I'm saying? We going to New York. We in ATL this weekend, Playboy, pop out. And I was going everywhere with Diddy.
And if you think that's wild, this is only the beginning. There's way more where that came from. More big names might be getting pulled into Tyrese's upcoming documentary, starting with Diddy's longtime friend and producer, Stevie J. Stevie was actually named in that wild lawsuit filed by producer Lil Rod, who claimed Diddy straight up bragged about hooking up with him. And when 50 Cent called Stevie out for defending Diddy, Stevie clapped back way too hard, like real defensive. So now everyone's watching to see what 50's gonna drop about him in the doc. Something's definitely brewing.
I don't know whatever someone does in their bedroom, that's what they do. I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm just here to say that I've never seen my man doing anything foul like they talking about.
None of it. All of it. I mean,
I've never seen it. I've known him for 29 years.
Oh.
And then it's like with guys like 50, you know what I'm saying? Like Uncle Tom cats like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like now you want to put me. I don't know if y'all started posting when 50 posted about me. Of course you guys see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 50's been going after Diddy and everybody associated with him for months now, ever since the Cassidy lawsuit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, you can't brush under the rug. I don't see anybody reporting about what Tatted Up Holly said about him beating her up and about, you know what I'm saying, his other baby mom saying beating her up. I just look at it as, he wants to bring the black community down worse than anyone else.
Then there's Machine Gun Kelly, who used to be signed to Bad Boy and was often seen partying hard with Diddy. MGK even hinted that he witnessed some wild stuff going on around Diddy. But of course, he kept the details to himself.
It's not normal. You kick it around him, it's like, his whole life is like, it's crazy to look at, you know what I'm saying? Because I make sure I keep my normality all the time. So, it's like a walking corporation. It's nuts.
For now. And we can't forget DJ Khaled and Rick Ross. According to Diddy's former staffer, Jonathan Oy, both of them got exposed too. And whatever he said must have been spicy, because people are still trying to piece together what really went down. During his police questioning, Jonathan claimed Diddy hired him specifically for those freak-off sessions, and it gets even wilder. He said that after he caught an STD from Diddy, he tried to speak up. And that's when Diddy allegedly sent Rick Ross to silence him. According to Jonathan, Diddy, Rick Ross, and DJ Khaled were all regulars at those wild parties, and he even said they were all involved personally.
Diddy and Ross, which are good buddies, okay? They're gay. Two, both. Diddy and Ross and Khaled. They're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and Diddy?
Yeah.
They're all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, as Terrance Howard put it, a whole lot of men in the industry might have handed over their man card at Diddy's infamous parties. And truth be told, we've only scratched the surface. There's a lot more names that haven't even been brought up yet. Basically, if someone used to be seen partying with Diddy and now they're acting like they never even met the man, yeah, side-eye them hard. Now all we can do is wait for 50 Cent's explosive Did He Do It docuseries to drop. But until then, what do you think about Terrance Howard's claims that Diddy tried to smash him? And who else do you think should get exposed next? Hit that like button, share this with your crew, drop a comment below with your...
We know good and damn well Terrance is telling the truth. Okay? Terrance is a good-looking dude, especially when he was younger. And we know good and daggone well Terrance is telling the truth and that's on everything. Okay, Jermaine? Okay, let's see if we can find one more. This is funny as hell to me. What is this going on right? He said, I have tapes. Is that the same thing we just watched? Which one did we just watch? We watched Tim, right? Yeah, because that's the game. Okay, let's see. Puffy tried to F me. Look at this shit right here. Okay, let's see which one we want to watch. Let's do this one right here.
Diddy tried to fuck me. That's exactly what Terrance Howard said in this interview. Watch this.
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. And when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the Puffy parties.
Apparently, they was putting this mix in people's drinks that was giving them a spike of dopamine, euphoria, and relaxation. Jaguar Wright partied with Diddy, and she explains this perfectly. Watch this.
So I talked to my drug guy, and my drug guy filled me in. And then it made perfect sense. Tootsie, you're going to stay hard. You numbed up, and you high. You got the in you, so you don't feel shit. And then you add the to put in the feeling that you've now blocked out, and now you got a party.
Freak off cocktail. Craziest part about this whole thing is that these two Asian dudes actually made a safer, legal version of this thing. Watch this.
How long does it take to be effective? 5 to 10 minutes. People who try a product really love it. Ryan, I gotta tell you, I am so friggin' hyped right now. Yes, let's go.
I thought they was being extra too until I tried this shit myself, and I feel like a fucking superhuman. Scientists have backed this up, and I can't believe I was walking around at like 50% of my brain power. I popped one of these, and within 5 minutes, I was focused, locked in, like getting all the things on my to-do list done. No brain fog. I'm not forgetting things anymore. I'll leave a link for y'all to check it out yourselves. It's going to be an orange cart somewhere in the corner. But it's a pack like this. It's 6 of them that it comes with. It's like 20 cents each, so less than a coffee, less than a Red Bull. And you don't want to be drinking those toxic Red Bulls anyways. Reason this works so well is because it has a perfect blend of this thing called L-theanine and caffeine. So L-theanine balances out the jitters. It makes you calm but focused and gives you this surge of like dopamine hit in your brain. So if it's been hard for you to focus or you having like brain fogs and forgetting things, it's usually a sign that you have low L-theanine, so you need some of these. The only bad news is that ever since Joe Rogan started mentioning this on his podcast, it's been selling out everywhere. So it's hard to get your hands on these. So if you see it on this video, I would steal some right now before they sell out again. Diddy tried to fuck me. That's exactly what Terrance Howard said.
So listen, he did a whole advertisement for that product. But the thing is that we did see that interview, and we know that's what he said. Terrance Howard said that his assistant said to him. And he tripped me out when he said that he was just looking at me. The way he said it had me cracking up. I'm like, Terrance is so dramatic the way he says stuff. The way he said it, it just tripped me out. But he is right. Men, you got to be men. Okay, you cannot let people encourage you to do things that you know you don't want to do because they are promising you money and fame and whatever else. You just can't give in to that bull crap. Now if you swing both ways and you like that type of stuff, then that's you. But if you don't and you don't swing both ways, don't let nobody intimidate you or trick you or pressure you into doing stuff that you do not want to do. Because in the end, you are the one that will be affected by this. You know what I'm saying? And probably in a negative way, So yeah, I believe Terrance Howard. I really do. And when he comes out with his podcast, I'll be tuning in, but I still don't believe he's going to be revealing stuff like we think. And he already told you guys, no celebs. So the stuff he's telling you is about sex and things like that. But he better not tell too much because we do not want to be reading, about him. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be talking too much. So hopefully, you said give you those pills. So hopefully, he stays safe. And I'm looking forward to seeing his new podcast and hearing what he got to say about all the big people in Tinseltown. That's gonna be something else. So what do you guys think about everything Terrance said about, the Diddy thing, his new podcast. What do you guys think about that? And do you think all of this stuff is going on a lot in Hollywood with a lot of actors and actresses too? Okay, because women are not, they are also included in this as well. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on. You said give you some of those pills. I'm not taking shit. All right, I'm not taking that stuff. Sound like a whole lot of caffeine to pump up that heart, so you'll increase for a heart attack and get up higher. Mess around with that stuff. No. I'll leave that stuff for y'all to take. You know what I'm saying? You can get that same type of energy and enlightenment just by eating correctly, exercising, massages, and just get enough sleep and things like that. You really can. I be like that all the time. No, for real. But anyway, let's move on. For real, I do though. I'm not joking. You could ask Jermaine. This girl right here be having a lot of energy. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, so now we're going to recap the foolishness that I had to go through on a live. I think it was 2 days ago. Okay, so let me see if I can get the live up. Hold on, guys, while we do this. And let me put that music back on in the background. Hold on, let me get it. So y'all go in there, get y'all something, a little drink, so y'all can be laughing. We're going to listen to this in 1 second. Let me go to my live. You say you just what? You said you just a dog. Okay, you just a dog. Why do you call yourself? Why do you say you just a dog? Dogs. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Some dogs eat their own shit. You know that, right? Now let me stop. Oh my God, they also stiff in between your legs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They be doing the most. They eat out of the garbage cans too. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let me go to my channel. Okay, what are y'all doing? Huh? Hello? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. What's these kids doing? What are y'all doing? What are you doing in here? Are you trying to get this? I think you are. There we go. You've been messing with this thing, huh? You trying to play with that? There it is right there. What you running for? Go ahead and play with it. Okay, I was wondering what she was in there doing, y'all. Making all that damn noise. She must be trying to play with that thing I got. I put it on the floor for her. Yeah, we don't know that over here. We don't know that over here. We don't know that over here. No. Oh my gosh. Jessica gonna be saying I'm speaking slang over here. Okay, let me go ahead and look for that video real quick. Let me go to it. So what was the name of that Karmelo Family Speaks Out? That's it. Okay, let's go to that one. Let me turn this music down a little bit, y'all. We're gonna listen to this. Let's turn this all the way down. I'll turn it off. Well, let me skip this. So let's see. What did she come in at? Hold on. We're going to listen to this. This is a recap. Let me go up. I forgot where it's at. Let me find it first, guys. All right.
I should tell them if they did.
Is this the right video?
All right. And that's on everything. So all I'm saying is that we can stop.
Okay, hold on.
Some of this violence. If we
Jessica. Okay, so we had
and teach our kids too.
A special guest over here on that day when I was talking about Karmelo family speaking out. Okay, the lady who came over here, name was Jessica. She was in the chat talking, you know what I'm saying? And, we were all good over here. Nobody was saying anything racist or anything. All of a sudden, I think Jessica said, you people are criminals or some shit like that. And that just popped everything off, you guys. And get this, I told her to come her ass up on this panel. It took about me asking her about 30 or 40 times before she came up here. When she came up here, it was actually her 10-year-old child. All right. So I was like, what the hell? Why is your 10-year-old daughter or son watching my show and talking to us in the chat like a grown-up? and we think we are talking to a grown person. It's a damn kid. So then the kid and her mom got up there, I guess, and child, all hell broke loose. So let me see if I can find that part of this thing. Okay. She was so mad because I'm defending Karmelo. Hold on. That she had to start getting all crazy and racist. Hold on, let me see where it's at, because she came up on my panel. Let me find it. Jermaine, I wish you would have told me where it was at in this video. Hold on, I'm trying to see it. I'm trying to get it, guys. Bear with me. Do you know what mark it's on, Jermaine? Because you know you be listening to this shit and watching the time and everything else on it. I wish you would have. Hold on. I'm trying to see what Jessica was talking at. Wait a minute, y'all. It's gonna be hard to find this. Jermaine, I should have had you tape that part so I could know exactly where it's at. Y'all just be patient. I'm gonna find it. It's hard. You're not talking to that damn cat. People crazy as hell over here.
At first, I did not know his name.
You would think they talking to a person.
Austin did not own the tip.
Hold on, I'm trying to find the damn area where we got into it at. Wait. I'm trying to find Jermaine, where about is it on the video? Let me see. Do you remember what mark it is? Hey, Low Keys, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, Tony Bands, what's up? What's up? What's up? Jermaine, go to the 1 hour mark. Okay, I'm too far up. Because you know you knew your shit starting ass. Okay, here it is over here. Wait, hold on, wait. This is a kid, man. This is a fucking mess, man. Hold on. Let me tell you, Jessica was talking to us in the chat. Okay, we think we are talking to Jessica, the mom. In reality, I don't know. I think her and her daughter was in the chat. Okay, because there was two names. One was Jessica. The other one was Jessica in the rec room or some damn shit. Anyway, she started being all racist in the chat, saying something about you people are nothing but criminals. And when she said that shit, that's when everything started popping off. Okay, so let me see if I can start from there. Jermaine, I know your ass knew where to go. Okay, you be studying shit. Okay, wait a minute, see.
Jessica, you won't do shit, but get your boy, girl, don't make me start, girl. Okay, don't make me start. You won't do a damn thing. Get up here and whip it now. Get your ass up on this damn panel and do it then. All right? Do it with words. Do it with words, Jessica. I dare you to. I triple dare you to. Get your ass up on this panel and you do it, Jessica. You ain't gonna do shit. But go grab 10 more of you and mess around. Get yourself just where Austin is. And that's on everything. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, Jessica? The shades too don't really play. All right?
Oh my God, we got commercials. Hold on, y'all. These are ass. Let me skip it. Let's skip that.
That's all I'm asking you to do. Hit that damn link. Hit it. Okay? How about you learn to type? Okay? How about you learn to comprehend? How about you do that? You say, yeah, and F this shit and what you are going to do about it, it won't. You, Karmelo, me out of this shit. Boy, let me tell you something, girl. You see how this I'm trying my best not to say some other words, but you see how this stupid ass lady or man or whatever she is bringing up stuff that doesn't even make any sense. Jessica, I asked your ass to come up here and get up on this panel, and yet you're still going back and forth talking bull crap. Get your ass up here on this panel or shut what Jermaine called your ass self up. Okay? Let me put it back up so you can see it. Hold on. Hold on, let me go get to that message. Where did you put that at, Jermaine? Let's see. I don't know where it's at. So many damn messages here. Well, I don't want to repeat it, but I know you guys already read it, and you did too, Jessica. So get your ass up here and talk, Jessica. Do that. All y'all do is talk, and hide behind 1,000 people, and then try to get back. Get your ass up on this panel, Miss Brave ass lady, and talk your shit then, so you can get told the F
How
off.
you gonna play it? Damn, boy, you are so annoying. What you mean? Play? Hold on. So pull up my channel on the shit. Let me play it. This nigga is man. You almost made me say something. Hold on for a minute, y'all. This boy, I can't do it with you, man. I can't do it. Damn. Huh. Shit. Hold on. Damn, you can't do shit right for Jermaine ass. He's so bossy, man. Damn. Play it on here. Do it on this. Do it there. Shit. Okay. Damn. Stack it ass. Damn. Okay, where is it at? Where's this damn video at? Okay, here we go right here. Let's start back over now. Damn, man. This is it. Why are you over here? Wait, let's start back over. Hold on. Shit about MAGA, okay? And I do have some Trump. Okay, let's do it like this. Supporters can agree with your stupid ass. Because over here, we're not going to agree with that, okay? At all. Most of us over here are Team Karmelo Anthony. All right? Do y'all hear it? Okay. Well, you know, I actually need to look up this case right here. Okay, so I'm going to screenshot this, and I'm going to look into this case as well, because I never heard of it. And the reason why you have an outrage of this other stuff is because the media and people are making it like that. Let me screenshot this real quick, because I have another case to look up too. So that's just another one added to the list. So yeah, look that up. Thank you, Jermaine. And let me go back to this right here. So did you stick up for Kyle Rittenhouse? How about George Zimmerman? How about the cops who unalive innocent minorities? Do you stick up for them too? And homeless people. Do you stick up for them? Okay. You can call him whatever you want to, but when he goes to court, I bet you it won't be proven that. Okay? So I guess we should go push our ass away from this tent and punch our ass and things like that. We need to see what Jessica's gonna do. See, that's why Jessica won't come up on this panel, because I was going to tell her exactly that. You know what I'm saying? And then push her ass off the panel while she's talking. All right? That's what I was going to do. But since she's scared, she's not going to do it. She's going to hide behind that screen and do what most cowards do. Do threats. And, you know, do what she's doing. Let me tell you, stop bringing up your name, Jessica, because you're over here talking to me. All right? So, you're over here under this tent. No one invited you. You're here. And I'm talking to you because you're talking to me. But I did not put my hands on you. Jessica, I haven't even called you derogatory names. Jessica, I didn't even say I'm gonna pimp smack your ass or anything like that. I was gonna punch you or anything. Okay, Jessica? I said you can stay here and you can talk. I even invited you up here on the panel, Jessica, and you still haven't done it. So it leads me to believe Jessica is a poser and a scaredy cat. That's what I'm thinking, Jessica. Let me drop this link again and see if you'll come up here. Let's see if you are actually a woman. Let's see if you are actually white. Let's see if you are the person you claim to be, Jessica. Okay? Because I got some time before I go in here and redecorate my home. I got some time. This criminal right here got to go in here and finish unpacking and decorate her home. Finish doing that, okay? And then I'm going my criminal ass to work, because you think all black people are criminals, right? Okay. Okay. Okay, that's fair. You said MAGA, proud, American proud. We don't care. We don't give a shit about MAGA, okay? And I do have some Trump supporters over here, but I don't give a damn about what you're talking about in regards to that. We're not talking about Trump, all right? Jessica, you won't do shit but get your boy. Girl, don't make me start, girl. Okay, don't make me start. You won't do a damn thing. Get up here and whip it now. Get your ass up on this damn panel and do it then. All right? Do it with words. Do it with words, Jessica. I dare you to. I triple dare you to. Get your ass up on this panel and you do it, Jessica. You ain't gonna do shit, but go grab 10 more of you and mess around. Get yourself just where Austin is, and that's on everything. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, Jessica? The Shades Tube don't really play. All right, girl, go ahead and hit that link. That's all I'm asking you to do. Hit that damn link. Hit it. Okay. How about you learn to type? Okay. How about you learn to comprehend? How about you do that? You say, yeah, and F this shit, and what you are going to do about it, it won't. You, Karmelo, me out of this shit. Boy, let me tell you this something, girl. You see how this, I'm trying my best not to say some other words, but you see how this stupid ass lady or man or whatever she is bringing up stuff. It doesn't even make any sense. Jessica, I asked your ass to come up here and get up on this panel. And yet you're still going back and forth talking bull crap. Get your ass up here on this panel or shut what Jermaine called your ass self up. Okay? Let me put it back up so you can see it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go get to that message. Where did you put that at, Jermaine? Let's see. I don't know where there's so many damn messages here. Well, I don't want to repeat it, but I know you guys already read it, and you did too, Jessica. So get your ass up here and talk, Jessica. Do that. All y'all do is talk, and hide behind 1,000 people and then try to get bad. Get your ass up on this panel, this brave ass lady, and talk your shit then. So you can get told the F off. Get up here. You say F this tent. Why are you over here on this small ass YouTube channel? Why are you over here, Jessica? Huh? All right. Well, bye, girl. You're talking about slang when you're saying bye, Felicia. Bye, Susan. Get your ass whipping over here, Susan. We didn't ask you to come. She thought I was going to say Karen. I know. Oh, my gosh. Right on. Let me say this again for you. Trump does not give a shit about you, Jessica, and people like you. Trump is just using you poor ass people to do what he needs to do. Okay? And y'all fell right underneath his damn wings. Okay? You fell right in line. He said this years ago what he was going to do. And he definitely did it. So you are an idiot, Jessica. And that's on everything. Magna. Okay? All right. Magna. Okay? Time split now, you don't have time. Yeah, she's scared. I wish she would come up here. I'm gonna be nice when she come up here. I really am. She can bring her ass up here. Your mom, we're telling her to bring her ass up here. Go get your mom. Tell her to get up here. For real, Jessica. We're not gonna be racist. We're just gonna talk because we don't agree with each other. Tell your mom to come up here right now. Go get her. Go get her, Jessica. Damn, it's 12:04. Go get her. For real. Go get your mother. Go get your mother, hon. Go get her. Bring your mom up here. Bring her. Oh, this little ass bee. She's not going to do it. Y'all, this is her face. What are you guys talking about? She's showing you her face right here. This is Jessica. Jessica, I'm going to have my son check you out, okay? And my other cop family members. Okay, Jessica? I hope you're not using your right name. I'm going to have them check to see who you are since you don't want to come up here and show your face. I want her to come up here, for real. I really do. Okay. And look, Jessica, I don't control this chat up here. Okay. They can say whatever they want to, as long as they don't use the H word, you know, HONKEY, the CRAC, what is the CRACKER, the NIGGER word, or the 8 word, the monkey word, and other you know, racist terms like that. As long as they don't use that. Okay. Jessica is a Jessica Playwright, your daughter. That's okay. Oh my gosh. You said you live in an all colors neighborhood, and my son was bullied because he was a presently chubby child. Because of the medicine he was on, he has asthma, and my husband and I went to the principal. Is he white or black? Because I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, I live in an almost all white neighborhood. All right. And I don't have any problems with anyone. My neighbors are white on this side, mixed on the other side, white across the street, Hispanic, and Japanese. I don't have problems with anyone. We all communicate, even if some people don't like each other. It just stays just where it's at. Okay. So we don't have no shit like that going on over here. Okay. Jessica. We got some MAGA people too. All right, Jessica. Jessica, I just told you bring your ass up here, girl. You're almost about to make me say something. Okay. Girl, can you see? Can you read? I just dropped the damn link. Like, this is like the 4th or 5th time, Jessica. Okay. Jessica, are you a troll or are you being for real? Get your ass up here, Jessica. I keep on telling you that. Now, wait. Hold on, let me do this real quick. Okay, you said I'm sitting here next to my daughter. You ignorant ass thing. Okay, girl. Look at you getting all personal. Jessica, I'm not even gonna call you no names, son. Based on looking at that picture, girl, you can't talk about anybody, and that's on everything. She probably should and do a lot of other things, probably effing animals and each other and live in a damn trailer park or some raggedy ass house or some house that looks good on the outside, but the inside is trashy as hell. Jessica looks like she sits on her ass all day and does nothing but be on social media. That's what Jessica looks like, okay? You say you're not a criminal, I don't hide. I'm going to have my family members check you out. Go ahead. I don't give a damn what the fuck you have checked out, baby. Okay, and when you check out, no, okay, get your ass up here, Jessica Sinker. Go ahead, Chica, or whatever your damn name is. Go ahead and talk, Jessica. Go ahead, Jessica.
First of all, why is you talking about this shit? The fuck?
Are you crying? Are you a child? Jessica,
First of all, yes, so you were talking to my 10-year-old child, arguing with a child. That's how ignorant you are.
Listen, Jessica, why do you have your child over here speaking for you? You are an ignorant ass lady. Why do you have your child over here in grown-ups conversations, stupid ass? Why? And then you got your child up here crying like a damn moron.
First of all, why are you sticking up for a murderer in the first place? Why are you sticking up for a fucking murderer in the first place, you fucking autistic ass monkey?
Don't put your child up here, you moron. What is wrong with you? Huh? I'm talking to you, Jessica, not to your child. Why do you have your child speaking for you, you clown? Why? Why, Jessica?
Can you hear me, lady? Can you? Because if you can, you need to just respond. You're ignorant.
If you're not a grown-up, don't talk to me. If anybody is ignorant, it's you having
You're ignorant. That is what you are.
To you. That's who is ignorant. Okay, you are. Okay, you are. Why are you sitting up
My
here?
mom ain't got time for your ignorance, you bitch.
It was nice to hear her name a whole bunch of times.
That was nice to hear my name 10,000 times in your fucking lives that no one watches every single day.
Jessica, and clearly somebody is watching you. Your low
Say my name one more time and I'm heading up to your house and beating every little fuck out of you. Watch and see.
Jessica, I dare you to, Jessica. Okay, Jessica. Okay?
My mom's name is Christy. You better keep my name out your fucking mouth, you dumb nutty nigga.
Okay. I knew, listen, y'all. I knew this white piece of trash was going to say something stupid. All right? Don't have your little kids fighting your battle, grown ass lady. Don't do that. That's not a cool thing. And I'm going to remove you because you don't need to have your children up here fighting your battle. They're underage. You need to talk like a grown up. But you are.
Don't do that. Speak proper English.
Get your ass off of here. Hold on, y'all. Let me tell you something, Jessica. You don't put your kids up on a panel, stupid ass lady. All right, your grown ass should have came up here and talked. You're such a low life piece of shit that you have your children, underage children, defending your big fat ass. Okay, girl, I don't think you know who you are messing with at all. Okay, don't take it personal. BITCH. Don't do that. That's on everything. You don't have your child up here listening and communicating for your dumb ass. Okay? Don't do that. That's not a good look, dumbass lady. It's not. Damn, that's stupid. Why would you have your child, for real? Are you that damn stupid? Why would you have your child up here talking to grown-ups or in a chat, talking to grown-ups? You are a straight moron. You will be blocked, you stupid waste of shit lady. You sound like somebody who live in a damn trailer park or some nasty ass house, sit up on your fat funky ass and don't do nothing all day but be online. You even got your kids when they should be in damn school. And if you are homeschooling, you need to get your fat ass off the line and homeschool them. Okay, that's what you need to do. Damn. That's stupid. And then her little child is saying the N-word, and some of you black people got the nerve to take up for white people who do this. Now, I didn't call her any racist terms, and I certainly wasn't never talking to her child. She brought her child up here like a moron. Who does this? Yeah, block that bitch because she is weird, and she's gonna make me turn her ass off for real, and I'm not gonna be able to keep you live off. No. I'm eating so much, man. No, baby, the only one that's ignorant is you, Jessica. You an ignorant piece of white shit. Trash. That's what you are. You are. Yeah, you are. Who put their child up on a live to talk? You're talking about your kids here, but you got your kids there. You are a moron. You should have put your mic on your ears, your earbuds in. Okay, dummy. You shouldn't even be over here, dummy. All right? You are a piece of low-class trash. And if you ever, let me let you know something. I'm gonna let you know this in code. All I'm gonna say, don't be a statistics, bitch. Okay, I'm gonna say that. That's all I'm gonna say. Damn. Yeah, nobody, but she over here watching. She's over here watching the channel. I thought she was gonna be brave. I cannot believe she put. I'm eating at the same time, y'all. Listen. Okay. I could not believe Brown Sweet. She put her child up here. Who puts their kids up on a live to talk to grown-ups? Why is your kid in the damn chat? You're supposed to be 18. She's a trashy mammy. That's what she is, a trashy mammy. And you heard what I said. I said mammy, not mother. Women like her raise kids like Austin Metcalf to go over there and put law into their hands. That's what those types do. They didn't want to cry when something happens to them. She put her kids in this situation. She would think it's wrong if I got my kids, they come and hear my son and tear her child off, then y'all would think something's wrong with that. I wouldn't do that anyway because that's stupid. I'm just saying, she would think something wrong if I did something like that. And he will cam up. You hide it behind. Jessica, did she show her ass? No, she didn't show herself. Listen, let me tell you something, girl. We're gonna block this little child because we don't let little kids talk over here. I went on to ban that person. We don't let no Jessica Playroom talk over here. Okay, period. We don't allow that over here. If the mammy can't talk on their own, don't put your kids up here because they're not allowed to talk in the chat. I told you, these racist group of assholes like to get other people to join in. As soon as they don't get their way or something does not go their way or they get told off, they want to start calling people the N-word. All right. They want to go out here and say all these words and do the most. Y'all, she so unbothered me that I was sitting up here eating my damn food at the same time. And y'all know I be eating when I'm online, but I was really eating right then and there. And I finished my food too, and it was damn good. I can't. The only thing I could not believe is the fact that she got her kids up here defending her fat ass. Okay. It doesn't even make any sense. And you The thing about it, you guys, hold on, let me go back over here. The thing about it, Jessica was wasting all her time over here arguing with me when she should be taking that time to defend that damn table. No, to defend that food and stop eating so damn much. Because, I mean, damn, this girl, it was a hot ass mess, y'all. It was a trip for her to even let her child be in the chat talking. And she was in it too. They both were in the chat because one was Jessica, the other one was Jessica Play Regret or some shit, letting her son, her daughter, 10 years old, and then she calling somebody the N-word, and I heard her say black monkey and some other stuff. That's crazy. And then y'all wonder why, you know, so many kids be out here doing the most because they got parents like Jessica. Okay. It didn't even really make no sense. I mean, and then she's sitting right there like she don't know her child is online in a grown-up chat, and we're talking about Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf families. I mean, you can come over here. Like I told her when she first came over here, you can come over here, but you definitely need to, you can voice your opinion in anything. You can say you don't agree with me. You can say you're not for Karmelo or whatever, but don't come over here, you know, calling people, you know, racist terms and saying you people are all criminals. That's what kicked it off. She was already doing stuff before that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I was handling it, you know, pretty good and stuff. But yeah, that was a trip though. So that was some straight up fuckery, you know, a couple days ago. And I wanted to recap that for you guys just in case you didn't see it. I was actually laughing at it. Me and Jermaine, when we was listening to it earlier, because I'm like, damn, I can't believe she, you know, had her child in the chat with her. Right. I mean, why was she even over here? You know, and that topic that we were talking about has nothing written on it that says kids should be over here. As a matter of fact, all of my videos say 18 and over. You know, that's crazy. And then, and again, you guys wonder why kids don't stop messing with people when they tell them, leave me alone. Or when they say, if you hit me, if you touch me and find out. Yeah. The reason why they keep on doing stuff, even after you tell them to leave you alone or you warn them, is because they got parents like Jessica. You know, I wish one of my kids would get up on my chat, get up on a chat with me and be cussing out a content creator. They wouldn't even be in that damn chat. Let's keep it real. Unless they're grown. If they're grown, they can do whatever they want to. But if they're underage, please. Her fat ass mom need to be concentrating more on keeping her kids in line versus eating all the goddamn time and being racist. And that's on everything. She better be glad I was on my live because I was really being tame. Okay? She better be glad. Didn't say she would come over here. I was like, bitch, bring your ass over here. Okay? Stupid ass. That's stupid. You can be stupid if you want to. Okay? Shit, for real. You're going to be a statistic for real. And then, you know, I'm up here eating at the same time. So I'm trying to talk and eat at the same time because I wasn't going to stop eating my lunch for this crazy ass woman, you know. And I think she was tagged tonight. But as you see, Jessica ass is not going to come over here. And she probably sleep any damn way. So F Jessica, you know, and she can go somewhere else with that bullshit. And that's on everything. All right, so that was a recap right there for you guys. Let's go ahead and move on. Jermaine, that was almost laughable. You know, I was cracking up earlier when we was listening to it. I done heard it so many times now, I don't even really laugh, but yeah, it was funny at first, honey. I'm not going to lie. And the mom should definitely be ashamed. You got that right. All right, so now let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. All right, I just wanted to recap that so y'all can see some of the fuckery that I had to go through because I'm talking about Karmelo Anthony, and I'm defending him. You know what I'm saying? People cannot, you know what? People cannot take it when you don't go with them on something. You know, they start tripping out and shit and doing the most. It doesn't even make any sense. You know what I'm saying? People have their right to defend whoever they want to. All right. I don't know why people get mad about that. I really don't. All right. So let's go ahead and switch this to a different topic. We got to get through every topic tonight. So let's go ahead and talk about how they are still attacking Karmelo Anthony and his family. All right. So let's go ahead and go with that one, since we was already talking about him. Okay, let me go back to TikTok because I want to watch some more videos on this. Okay, hold on for a second. Let me go over here too. Let me take my channel down because it's going to get me confused. I'm going to be hitting the wrong thing in a minute. That was crazy, y'all. I'm not going to lie. That was crazy. Let's see. It was a hot ass mess. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so let's see. First, let's do the one where Austin Metcalf's family, their home was swatted either yesterday or today. Okay, so let's look at that first. Let's see that one first. Let's see what they got to say about that, if they have anything. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at this one right here. So this is some live footage of when his home was swatted. Got the wheels out and everything. It was like yesterday. I guess it was swatted Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see some more stuff on this. Here, let's look at this.
Breaking news and an update on the deadly stabbing in Frisco. Frisco police just confirmed a swatting call was made tonight to an address belonging to the victim's father. Now that's a prank call designed to bring a lot of police to a scene. Tonight, Jeff Metcalf confirms to WFAA he wasn't home when it happened, but he did arrive about 5 minutes later. Now, this is new information, and right now we're working to learn more details. But earlier today, everything stopped and heads turned when Metcalf showed up to a news conference called by the suspect's family. Tonight, Matt Howard has a
the same day
from Karmelo Anthony's mother.
They came to speak for the accused. Jeff Metcalf came for his son. The father of Austin Metcalf surprised cameras at a press conference in Dallas Thursday, waiting for the mother of Karmelo Anthony to speak for the first time. Anthony, 17, now charged with murder, out on bond after telling police he stabbed Metcalf in self-defense. Metcalf's father asked to leave the press conference, and then it began like this.
The father being at this press conference. These are my words. Don't quote anybody. Is a disrespect to the dignity of his son.
Metcalf telling WFAA he was just there to listen.
I'm not here to create a disturbance. I'm just here to stand by and witness this press conference.
And shook the hands of officers before leaving. Since he was asked to leave the press conference, we asked Metcalf what he thought about those remarks. Thursday night, he told us he's not talking to any media right now.
Our family has been under attack.
Anthony's mother, Kayla Hayes, did eventually speak.
The claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false.
Emotionally denying her family has used any money from a Give, Send, Go fund that's collected over $450,000. The internet has suggested otherwise and has flooded Hayes' family with threats, she says.
My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom.
At the presser, it was also revealed that Frisco ISD has moved to expel Anthony weeks before he was supposed to graduate. An accusation of murder on school property results in an automatic expulsion per the district's code of conduct. Anthony could appeal, and an advocate suggested that may happen.
Thank you, and God bless you.
The room emptied when the presser ended, but the temperature around this case didn't drop.
Breaking news and an update on the deadly stabbing in Frisco.
Okay,
Frisco
what did he
police just
just say?
confirmed
Go
a
ahead.
swatting call
Let me go
was
back to
made
this
tonight
right. Hold
to
on.
an
Let's
address
watch
belonging to
this.
the
Yeah, this part
victim's
right here. Hold
father.
on.
Now that's
Nation to buy a
Let's see this.
home
I want to
or
hear this here.
anything else are completely false.
emotionally denying her family has used any money from a Give, Send, Go fund that's collected over $450,000. The internet has suggested otherwise and has flooded Hayes' family with threats, she says.
My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom.
At the presser, it was also revealed that Frisco ISD has moved to expel Anthony weeks before he was supposed to graduate. An accusation of murder on school property results in an automatic expulsion per the district's code of conduct.
Damn.
Anthony could appeal, and an advocate suggested that may happen.
Thank you, and God bless you.
Okay, that's what I was trying to hear, you guys.
The presser ended, but the temperature around this.
You know what? That's not cool. I mean, damn, they couldn't even wait. I don't know how the school thing does everything, but they couldn't even wait until it was proven that he actually committed an M word, and they trying to already expel him. That's crazy. Right. You said there is one thing that bothers me about this. Black men got to be out front defending their families. Karmelo's father should have talked and taken the lead. Right. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't take the lead. I think he should have taken the lead as well and talked and stuff. I don't even think the mom should have said anything. Remember when I told you that before, Jermaine? I don't think the mom should have spoken at all. The dad should have spoken, not the mom. But I guess they did that because the mom would have, be more, like she was and stuff. But I still say that the husband should have taken the lead too. I agree with you on that and stuff. But the spell thing also is a trip because they don't even know, if it was true murder or if it was self-defense. They just went on and just expelled him. That's crazy. And he only got a couple more weeks before he, school is out and he graduates. If he is found that he did self-defense or something lesser, honestly, I would probably do some suing. I really would, because this is not right. The whole thing is not right. And as far as they home getting swatted and stuff, it's really a shame that, media and social media people, period, are doing certain things. You know what I'm saying? Doing the threats, doing the pictures of black kids with knives in their head, doing the swatting, all this stuff. It's just plainly ridiculous. The comments online, and nobody really knows the 100% facts, not even 90%, not even 80%. You know what I'm saying? Because they have not revealed anything else about this case. You see? So I don't understand how people are just saying things and they don't know. The only thing I'm basing everything off is just the stuff that I do know, and then maybe what some witnesses are saying. And like I told y'all before, like I've been saying for the longest, I don't know if some of these witnesses are telling the truth or not. So when I say witnesses, I'm saying allegedly, maybe, if what they are saying is true. But what we do know is that Austin was the aggressor. He is the first person who started to mess with Anthony. Anthony warned him 2 times at least, and I feel like, Austin should have backed away, point blank. And I also feel like, when the other kids saw all of this going down, somebody should have ran and got the coaches. Okay. And I also feel like, if Austin had a problem with this dude being underneath the tent, he should have went over there and reported it to the coaches instead of handling it himself. First thing first, he's not grown. He's not a coach. Okay. Now, as far as, him having the weapon, like I said before, I don't know why he had a knife in his bag. That part of everything, even if it's found that he, did self-defense, the weapon part, he may still get some type of little charge for that, because you can't have weapons on, school property. He wasn't at the school, but that school district owns that field, that park or whatever. That's whatever. I think it was a field. They own that. Okay, so therefore the same rules apply. So that's a trip, though. The whole entire thing. It's just a tragedy. Period. It's also sad how people are, showing their true colors regarding in regards to this entire thing. They're not looking at I don't know. It's more of a racial thing to me. I mean, for real, because you can read the comments. Like if you take up for Karmelo Anthony, people want to get mad, start tripping out. But honestly, y'all, I don't give two shits. I'm still going to say just what I want to say, and I do believe that Karmelo was defending himself, and I do believe that Austin was the aggressor, and he was probably doing a little bit more. And I believe that they were very intimidating to this kid, and he probably thought that they were going to really do some real, something bad to him. I really do believe that, And then Jermaine said something interesting today. He said that he cannot believe that they never crossed paths or they don't know each other because they both are on football teams. And did they ever play each other? And then somebody said that he was there. Anthony's friend was there. Okay, and his friend attends Austin school. So some things, I believe there's a lot of information we don't know. Put it like that. I really do. And if it turns out that they did cross paths and this involves something a little bit more, this is going to be a hot ass mess. It really is, because that means people have been lying, But like I said, I'm going to continue to believe what I believe. All right. And as long as you don't be saying nothing racist to me, then I'm not going to come back on you, because everybody have their right to opinion. The only time I actually say stuff is when people start saying weird shit, because I don't know why so many people are so, just so racist. I don't understand that. It's crazy. So let me see what else I got on them for today. Hold on. It's very crazy. And some people don't believe that his bail should have been reduced. But yet, the thing is this right here. If he is not a threat to the community, or he's not a flight risk, and he has no criminal record or anything, why would his bail be $1 million? That's stupid. Okay, so why would you get mad because they reduced the bail? Because it should have never been that high in the first place. And then they start questioning, that the donations, they were wrong about that. People were just ran away, with that, saying that the parents used all that money to buy the car in the house. Come to find out, she done took a picture on Facebook with the car a whole year ago, okay, or months ago, before this even happened. The house, they bought that a long time ago, before any of this ever happened. That's what I'm saying. People be taking stuff and running away with it. They don't fact check, and they just straight up lie. It just does not make any sense. Just like when they was running around saying this boy Anthony is a thug. He's a thug with a 3.7 grade point average. He's a thug with 2 jobs. He's a thug who saved another child's life, saved him from drowning. He's a thug, but he's the captain. Well, at least he was the captain of his football and track team. But he was a thug, and he was a good kid, no criminal record whatsoever. But he's a thug. Please. I think the thug is a person who likes to bully, who could not stop when asked to leave him alone. That's the thug. Okay, let's keep it real. Goodness. How you going to be out here messing with someone, and then as soon as they react, you want to play victim, just like Jessica did when she was over here? It doesn't even make any sense. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't play victim when you started it. That's crazy, man. I don't understand how people be, playing victim when they start the shit. And you know what? Some white people are not the only one that does this, okay? You got some black people who do the same thing. Let's keep it real. I know one in particular loves to play victim, but messes with people. You can't play victim if you are out here messing with people, because you're not a damn victim. I mean, you're not a victim, okay? At all. You're not a victim. Hold on, let me look up to see if any more updates. Let's see what else they got. You are not a victim at all. So let's see what else we got here. So they basically is saying the same thing over and over and over again. Okay, and I'm not going to keep on reading the same stuff. We basically covered everything about this. So yeah, so that was a little recap too. And plus I came out with some new information, regarding them, the swatting and stuff like that. Let me make sure I got anything else here saved. Let's see here. I think that was it. And I've told you about this. I just can't believe how much they be lying on social media and stuff, in the news too, you guys, because they take stories and just run away with it. And I told you guys, if their house is $900,000, they probably pay about $3,500 in monthly rent, and that's about right. You're talking about Frisco, Texas. That's about right. And so listen, so let me read this part to you guys, okay? So you guys can know this, because I mean, people just be saying all types of stupid shit, don't know what they're talking about. You said, and we have some black conservatives apologize. That's why I got to show y'all that video too. And these people don't need to apologize for me, because I'm not doing any apology, okay? Not one. Apologizing for what? Do you guys apologize when you unalive black people, innocent black people? Do you apologize then? No, you don't. I'm not apologizing. Please. Anyway, like I said before, Anthony's family got a significant break in the Erda case, with a judge slashing his $1 million bond to $250,000. That's not no break. The judge should have slashed it, because he's no flight risk. He's no threat to the community. He does not have a criminal background or anything. So why would it be $1 million in the first place? A break would have been if she would have slashed it down to $150,000, like the attorneys were asking. That would have been a break. Anyway, like I said, they were running around saying they used that money, the donations, to buy that house in a car. Okay. And then they start telling everybody how much their house costs, like it's anybody's business. All right. And like I said, they paid $3,500 in rent. Okay. Which is a normal rental price here out in Cali. All right. The outlet also revealed, having gone to the Texas location themselves and having seen Amazon packages arriving throughout the day, they were also told that the family is not poor, despite their claims of financial hardship in court. First of all, because somebody says they are having financial hardship, it doesn't mean that they are like living out on the streets. The reason why they probably are saying financial hardship is because the dad cannot work, because he has to, take care of everything for his son, make sure, the legal stuff is there like it should be, and whatever else he has to do concerning that. So he hasn't been going to work. So therefore, if he hasn't been going to work, they are probably using a lot of money to take care of everything. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what type of job he has, if he gets any type of sick days, or we just don't know all of this stuff, okay? And so they could be experiencing financial hardship. They didn't say they are homeless and living on the streets and they can't buy food. They just said they're having a little bit of financial hardship, just like with my with my soon-to-be ex trucking position, wasn't going as good as it should be going. We were having financial hardships. No, we weren't on the street. No, we weren't, going through certain things that other people go through, but we still was having, hardship. So they could be the same way. All right. Just because somebody live in a house that costs $900,000, they pay $35 rent, it doesn't mean that they can't be going through financial hardships. Please, even Jermaine knows that for sure. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't mean that. Let's see here. And then they got the wrong information here. They said they got into a fight during a track meet between their schools when Anthony pulled a knife from his bag and stabbed Metcalf, who passed on at the scene. You know what? That's why I said media can be blamed almost like 80% for, people making the comments that they make, because the way they write up stuff, you can tell that they are writing it up in a way that make it look like Karmelo just hauled out and just took a knife and stabbed this dude. That's the way they make this sounds. And like I said before, if it's determined that this is self-defense, Anthony's parents should sue a lot of people. And I mean that on everything. Just because this is crazy how they paint this boy in the news, in these news articles and things like that, especially Fox. Man. So yeah, that's crazy. I'm not even going to read any of these comments because these people be talking stupid and shit. And the thing is that they'll say one thing and they do something totally different if the shoes were on their feet, or if everything was if it would have happened a different way. Okay, so I'm not going to read any of these comments because these people be tripping. I mean, from neither side, because it's plainly ridiculous, and that's on everything. And what I will tell everybody is just basically wait until this trial so we can actually hear the evidence. Maybe we'll know more about this, especially once they reveal the videos. If they actually reveal the videos so the public can see it, we definitely can see exactly what happened and stuff. But according to that one witness, if he's telling the truth, he said that clearly Austin was the aggressor. He was sitting in a separate tent. He went over there where Anthony was sitting. Anthony was on his phone minding his business, and Austin came over there with his brother and some other kids, and they start, and he start talking to him, messing with him and stuff, telling him to get up out the tent and all this other stuff, and then put his hands on him. And he did say that Anthony said exactly what he said. He was warning them and things like that. So like I said before, this could have been handled in a totally different way. I think they should have went over there and told the coach and let the coach deal with all of this. I don't think they should have been approaching Anthony at all. Some people say Anthony should have been there. He can be wherever he wants to. That does not give you the authority to act like a damn police or someone in a authoritative position. Okay, it doesn't give you that. It doesn't give you that. It doesn't give you the what is the word I'm looking for? It doesn't give you right to go over there and try to make a person move because they don't supposed to be there. Okay, it doesn't give you that right. And that's crazy how people think just because he shouldn't have been there that Austin had the right to physically remove him or tell him to leave. No, he did not have that right. And he certainly did not have the right to put his hands on him, pushing him or whatever. Then some people say a little push. It doesn't matter if it was a little push, big push. Keep your hands to yourself and teach your kids that before you be in that same position. That's crazy. Why come you guys don't understand that? Tell your kids to keep their hands to themselves and leave people alone. If somebody tell you to leave them alone, leave them alone. Why do you keep on messing with them? Are you slow? Goodness. That's the same thing that chick did the other day. She's over here, on my channel. I'm not on her channel. She came over here. I didn't ask her to be here. And then as soon as stuff started to pop off, because she said you people are nothing but criminals, then she wants to play the victim role. Start talking about me talking to her child like we know her child is in the chat, like we know everybody's age. It says 18 years old and over. Why was her child over here in the first place? That's crazy. And then she wanted to play the victim. The victim? Please, girl, sit your ass down for real and take many seats backwards. Because that's plain ridiculous. Want to play the victim once you start something. Please. But anyway, you guys, it is a sad situation that Austin lost his life. However, like I said before, and I'll say it again, we cannot be putting ourselves in positions or in situations where losing your life is a high possibility. Okay. And we definitely need to teach our kids when someone says, touch me and fire and see what happens, or punch me and see what happens, or whatever he said. You need to leave them alone. Okay. Especially in a public place and underneath a tent you do not own. Because once your ass graduates, another person is going to be using that tent. It's not yours. It's the property of the school. So therefore, that is the reason why he and his crew should have went right over there and told the coaches. Okay? And just say, even if he did not go, those other kids, when it started popping off, you know, like when he had to get up and go over there, when Austin had to get up and go over there, somebody should have ran and called the coaches. That way the coaches would have came over there and stopped everything. And then if the coaches felt like they needed to tell Anthony to leave, they could have told him. And he probably would have listened. You know, but I doubt they would have told him that because it was pouring down raining. So again, you guys can keep on defending everything, but you guys are going to find yourself or your kids in similar situations because you guys don't look at, you know, the real. You know, the real is like I just said. When someone tells you to leave them alone, leave them alone. If something is going down, you need to go over there and tell the person that's in charge. Point blank. That's the real. Okay? Right. It's just a damn tent. That's crazy. And since you said what you said earlier, Jermaine, I'm starting to question. You know what I'm saying? What you was telling me about earlier, you know, because that's kind of weird. Why did Austin felt the need to get this dude out of that tent so badly? Because I'm really trying to figure out if they ever came across one another before. But I just hope they have, you know, video like everybody is saying, and I just hope it shows everything. I really do. I really, truly do. Okay? So anyway, we're going to move on from that. Right. It was raining. He was trying to stay warm. And if he did know somebody there at that school, he could have been there because of that reason as well. I don't know. But the thing is, I know Austin should have never approached this kid, you know, and certainly not physically. He should have went over there and got the coaches, point blank, or one of the coach or something, because it wasn't his tent. Okay, it's the school's property. Since it's the school's property, you go over there and tell your coach, point blank. All right, so we're going to move on from that. We're going to go right into now. We are going to go into the Florida State University shooter. All right, so let's go ahead and cover that real quick because we've been on here for 1 hour and 35 minutes. All right, let's see here. Let's find that title. I think I still got it up here. May not. Okay, here it is right here. I do have it up here. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about that real quick. Let me go back. Let me play what's his name video first. I almost forgot all about that. Let me play his first because I forgot to show y'all. I'm gonna let y'all see what he was saying. His name is Lucas, right? Find his thing. Let me get his video, y'all. Hold on. I gotta look at it on here, see what the title is. Hold on. Let's see. What did I do with his video? Oh, I got to find it first, y'all. Hold on for a minute. That's a short. I think this is it right here. Let me see. I hope so. Let's see if this is it, y'all.
We heard you know what the tap sound like.
What I'm saying is,
wait, damn it. Let's see. Went off the damn video. Let me see if I can pull it up on here, because man, I hate when they do this. What is that guy's name? Jermaine, what's his name on TikTok? Lucas' name on TikTok. Because I had it on my phone, but it's pulling up another video. Let's see. I think it was this right here. Hold on, let me turn this sound down. Yeah, I got it. I got it already. Let me see. Let me put his name up here. Why y'all listen to this? I got to go here and take my medicine. So hold on. My little vitamin. I think this is his name. Let me fill this thing up. Okay, this is him right here. Okay, so y'all watch this and listen to this while I go in here real quick, and I'll be right back.
Did I or did I not call it? Boy, oh boy, we got a lot to cover. I'm not gonna lie. We have a lot to cover on this one because goodness gracious, I never thought I'd see the day in my lifetime, that you would have Black people, some of these Sambo soldiers, degrade themselves to the utmost degree, bruh. I'm talking about like really desperate, just pitiful behavior, like slave behavior at this point. They have their Sambo soldiers working overtime, bro. They're like, put out more, say more, tell the Blacks that they're bad, apologize. Bro, they really got these fools going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Have you all seen this new trend? Bro, there is a new trend where now you have these Sambo soldiers coming out and apologizing for the Black community. Bro, as God my witness, I kid you not. I kid you not. Same man who wanted to cry about being targeted because he was gay in the Republican Party is now coming out trying to castigate Black people, trying to talk about the Black community and everything. What are you talking about, sir? Huh? Then you have, I don't know who that person is. They are going above and beyond. And I knew it was going to go crazy when you had, as far as a tantrum, talking about, oh, Black people actually hate white people. That's the issue. They hate white people. Like, what? What does this have to do with Black people? Is this not what I told y'all? When it comes to Kyle Rittenhouse, did they say that all white people were violent, that all white people were seeking to cause harm, that all white people wanted to use their guns to hurt people? No, it was an individual, right? When we had Daniel Penny, what's the story? Hey, all white people just want to hurt Black people. Hey, all white people just want to snuff them out. Hey, all white, no, of course not. But when it comes to a little Black kid, right, Karmelo Anthony, now, because the community is giving him resources so he can go through the justice system to fight for his freedom, because he's supposed to be seen as innocent until proven guilty, now it's a problem. Now Black people hate white people. Now,
Jesus Christ, Stephen, how many people ran away while I was gone?
all I could do was laugh, because it seems like the Sambo is trying to outdo the next Sambo. So they're just coming up with more ludicrous things to say. It's gotten to the point like we can't take these people seriously. We just can't, because they're like satirical stereotypes of how white people view Black people. Do you understand? This is what's happening. And you know it's bad. When you have Anthony Brian Logan, Tim Pool, you had even Xavier Russo, okay, that immigrant Sambo soldier, who is now on the side of Karmelo Anthony talking about, hey, y'all.
Okay, so let's see what else he got up here.
Did I or did I not call it?
So he said that black conservatives apologize to Metcalf family for black people. Do y'all agree with that? Do y'all agree that these conservatives should be apologizing for black people? And let me point this out. Not all black people think negative about all white people. So I don't understand what some of these black people are talking about. And let me say this too, just because some black people support Karmelo, some black people are not supporting Karmelo because he's black. They're supporting Karmelo because we actually believe that it's self-defense, okay? Because like I said to you guys before, even if it was Austin that would have unalived Karmelo in the same way, in the same manner, I would be saying the same thing. Okay? I would be saying the same thing if I thought that Austin did it in self-defense, point blank. So it has nothing to do with color for me. Unless, somebody say something racist, then I may have to defend that part of it. Other than that, no, it's not about the color. So I don't know why these conservatives felt like they should be up here apologizing. Because again, when so many black people get unalived, innocent black people get unalived by white people, no one apologizes for all white people. Nobody does. They may apologize for that one, but they're not apologizing for all. And I don't understand how these people, these conservatives, are apologizing for all black people. That's crazy. Let me see what you said in this comment area. Hold on. You said hell no, huh? That's crazy. Okay, let me see what else he got up here. Hold on, you guys. Because y'all know I'm up here putting on my pajamas at the same time. Let's see. Okay, is this part 2? He just did this one right here. So let's see what he's saying in this one.
Did I or did I not call
Same one, I believe.
Boy, oh boy, we got a lot to go, bro.
Yeah, that's the same one. Okay. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, so I think we basically covered that part. He got so many guys. Let me hear what he's saying on this part right here.
And the truth shall set you free. Oh my goodness. So one thing I will say that I find is humorous is racists accusing people of defending Karmelo Anthony due to the color of his skin. Oh, you're just defending him because he's black. And I have to say, the only time I hear this statement, this allegation, is usually from white ignorants. And they're usually from, white ignorants who know nothing about the history of this country. Because predominantly and historically speaking, the one main group that has been, racially divisive towards everyone else has been a certain group of white people, the color of their skin. That's what that means. Now, I will argue that after, the first time someone gets a false arrest, that after the second time someone gets a false, allegation, that after the third time, the fifth time, after the 50 billionth time of, racists trying to target a black person and say, hey, he did this crime, he did this crime. And we all know that didn't happen based off of our previous track record. Yeah, more than likely, people are probably going to side with the black person. They're probably like, that probably didn't happen based off of what we know thus far, based off of previous accounts of this happening. I just find it interesting that the same people who are praising Daniel Penny are now vilifying Karmelo Anthony. Now, the only factor in this, just so we're clear, the only underlying common denominator in many of these cases, whether it's, Kyle Rittenhouse, whether it's, Amber Geiger, whether it's Ashley Babbitt, is that they're white. That's literally it. We have Ashley Babbitt, who everything wrong. You still have people trying to say, hey, the officer was in the wrong. Ashley Babbitt was in the right. You have Daniel Penny, black man. Now, I defended the homeless black man, not because he was black, but because it seemed a bit egregious to me that someone could take the life of another person who did no physical harm to anyone and didn't say anything threatening any individual on the train. As a matter of fact, that person was lied on, found it very perverse that there were so many people praising this man, including the president of the United States of America. Oh, the same thing that they claim whenever there's a white kid who shoots up a school. Well, the issue isn't the gun. The issue is mental health. That's what we need to focus on. It's not a shocker to me how, especially when it comes to the right, how they try to vilify and persecute a black person that they deem to be unworthy. If they happen to be, part of the Sambo elite, okay, then they're okay. But if they happen to have actual, thoughts of their own, if they're not peddling, anti-black propaganda, then they're a criminal. Then they're calling them a thug, right? We've seen this before. We saw this in Katrina, where one family can be like, well, they found food. Oh, nice white family found food. Where the black family, well, they and the truth shall set you free.
And you know what? Honestly, he is telling the truth, you guys. He's telling the truth. And this is exactly the way everything is looked at. I mean, and I think it's crazy. Let's read some of these comments over here. Somebody said they know, they just think the rules don't apply to them. Somebody else said they never hold theirs accountable. And then another commenter said, funny how Luigi was praised, but a boy defending himself. Hold on, let's see what she put over here. Against two guys 70 pounds heavier than him is villainized. Okay, so another person said, I know they were bullying him before I heard the story. That little boy acted out of fear and was tired of being bullied. And then somebody said, it's so many Uncle Sam saying that baby was wrong. I think not, and free him soon as possible. So this other person said, Carmelo's Addie said, something so powerful. We don't play the race card, we live it. I am white, and I see it every single day in schools, in maternity wards. Okay, another commenter said, when Breonna Taylor was murdered, they took the side of the, you know what, same thing happened with Trayvon Martin. As far as I'm concerned, with Mr. Anthony, he was standing his ground. And then they said that they stole his belongings, which is theft, and he was assaulted. Okay. Okay, so there you go. So that's what some of these commenters who was watching him stated, period. And again, yeah, Lucas is definitely on point. And I agree with what Lucas said, okay, period, because I said the same thing in so many words, not exactly like him, because he's an excellent speaker, but basically I was saying the same thing, okay? I think that Karmelo was using, self-defense. And it is a shame that the other young man got unalive, but we definitely, got to make sure that we keep ourselves out of certain situations. And more importantly, even if you get yourself in a situation, when someone tells you to back off, you need to do that. All right. And if someone is doing something that you think is unacceptable, especially if you don't own the place or anything else, you need to go get proper authority. The owners, the coach, the teacher or whatever. You don't need to take hands into your own. You don't need to take stuff into your own hands, actions into your own hands, period. And if what Jermaine thinks is true, that's going to be a hot ass mess. Okay. Point blank. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the Florida State University shooter. All right. All right. Let me put that up there now. Gosh, it may be still up there because I had it up there the first time. All right. So let's go and get to this one. Let's see. Okay, let me go ahead and get to this one here. Hold on, y'all. Just give me a couple minutes because I got to find the article. So here we go right here. Wait. I still haven't gotten it. And while I'm looking for this, I just want to let you guys know that Diddy's hair is completely gray, okay, in prison. So he looks a little bit different. You know, I mean, they put this in the news, so I just thought you guys wanted to know. All right, shit. Anyway, let's see here. So I don't know if I told you guys this. I think I told y'all yesterday that shooter was bragging about having GUNs. Okay, so that's one thing about him. Hold on, let me get to the other one. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Gosh. All this stuff on my phone, man. It's a lot. What did I do with the daggone article, man? Hold on. I'm trying to see what did I do with the daggone thing. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. I got to find it first, man. I'm telling you, there's so much stuff on my phone that is ridiculous. Let's see, what did I do with the new information that I have? Let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Is this the one right here? Oh, yeah, this is it right here. I passed it. I keep on forgetting that yesterday will be Friday. Today is Saturday now. Okay, so here it is right here. I passed it like 3 times looking for it. Because I'm thinking today is still Friday when it's not. Okay, let's see. So anyway, they said that FSU shooting suspect Phoenix Ickner bragged about having GUNs to his classmates before unaliving 2 in the college shooting. So let's see. So I did show y'all a picture of him yesterday. Okay. So let's see. So this is what they said about him, okay? So they do believe that this young man used one of his mother's weapons to carry out the shooting. All right. So here are a little bit more details about the shooter. They said that Ickner was reportedly argumentative in class, and he was known for engaging in conspiracy theories. He also boasted that he had GUNSs all the time. Somebody said, I remember thinking this man should not have access to firearms. Okay, so if you was thinking that, I wonder why this was never reported. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. People will notice other people's bad habits or risky behavior or whatever you want to call it, but they don't tell anybody that could actually, help the person. And then as soon as that person does something, then they want to tell the world, what they thought when it's too late. Anyway, like I told you guys yesterday, Ickner was part of a political club at the college, but he was kicked out. Okay. One student claimed that Ickner made people feel so uncomfortable that they stopped going to that class. And so they said the teacher finally, reached the breaking point, and they asked him to leave. Now, I hope he didn't go back and do that shooting because people, didn't want to be around him, and then they asked him to leave that political club. Anyway, let's see here. They said that he also made very inappropriate remarks. He also wrote a chilling social media biography that warned about Judgment Day. Okay. He said in that passage. He actually quoted a passage from the Bible that said, "You are my war club, my weapons for battle. With you I shatter nations. With you I destroy kingdoms." Okay? Let's see here. Let's see what else they got. So here's the timeline for the shooting, okay? At 12:01 p.m., an active shooter was first reported by the FSU Student Union. Police are on their way, okay? At 12:19 p.m., FSU confirmed police were on the scene and they instructed students to shelter in place. At 12:45 p.m., a video is shared of students and faculty walking through campus with their hands up. At 12:58 p.m., Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare confirmed they are treating those injured in the shooting. God, it happened so quick too. At 1:01 p.m., FBI confirmed agents are on campus investigating the shooting. At 1:04 p.m., FSU notified students that law enforcement is clearing rooms on the main campus. At 1:45 p.m., Leon County School District instructs high schoolers to stay away from the campus. At 1:48 p.m., Donald Trump says he has been fully briefed on the situation. At 1:50 p.m., the Associated Press initially reports that 6 victims are in the hospital and a suspect has been apprehended. At 2:44 p.m., FSU classes and campus activities are canceled through April the 18th. Students are allowed to return to resident halls but are otherwise told to stay in place. At 3:20 p.m., FSU confirms that law enforcement has neutralized the threat and lifts the stay-in-place order. And at 3:51 p.m., Student Union Bellamy HCB Classroom Building, Rovetta ANB, and Moore Auditorium, Shaw Pepper, Hake House, and Caraway buildings are closed. Oh, let's see. So anyway, some of the students told what they did when they heard the shooting. One student said he was hiding in a small classroom. Another student said he barricaded himself in the restroom. And some other kids also did the same thing. Let's see. Let's see what else they said. Some people said that the shooter was waving a rifle around before opening fire. And then he pulled out the handgun and shot a woman, okay? They said she was just walking and he just shot her. That is crazy, you guys. All right. So they also said that this dude was part of, he promoted a white supremacist. He promoted white supremacist groups and their opinions and all of that, everything that goes with it. Let me see what they said regarding that real quick. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me find it, guys. I may have to type it in the thing because I don't see it here. Hold on. I don't know what I did with this whole story. Let me make sure I don't have it here first. Okay, let me just type it into Google. Because sometimes when I be saving stuff as I am at a light or something, I just don't even, it don't really get saved. Okay, let me see. FSU shooter. Okay, let's see here. So yeah. Hold on, let me see if they got it on here. Yeah, they said that he was exposed to so much supremacist rhetoric, okay? And he talked so much. He used so much of that when he talked and everything. And that's one of the reasons why they threw him out of the group. They also said that he had a very troubled past, okay? Let's see what else they got here. You would wonder, how would he learn to be involved in that supremacist stuff, being so young, only 20 years old? One of the people he unalived was a food service worker at Florida State. That's crazy. So he was just it sounded like he was just out here randomly shooting. And for what reason? For what reason? Yeah, he does sound like he's a little off. And I'm not even trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, damn. Let me see if I can pull him up more about his supremacist stuff on TikTok. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I spell this. Oh man. See, that's why I'm saying. See, a lot of things. Y'all think you can do everything on TikTok and you just can't. Let me see if I can do it like this. Let's see what they said on here. See, I told you, you can't do everything on TikTok. I don't know why people always say that. Okay, let's see this right here. Let's see. The dark face. What is that? Well, we see the red hat, but what are the families? They said the biological mom claims dark family secrets are behind him acting out in the way that he did. And what secrets are those? Well, we know that he was basically into white supremacist things, theories and things like that. Let me see what else they said about him. That's one of the people who was. Let's listen to her real quick.
Grad student Madison Askins was hit by a bullet that's still lodged in her back.
I heard the shooter come up next to me and I heard him reload. So I knew I needed to stay dead. So I stayed slumped over. I remember him saying, yeah, keep running.
Do you believe that basically playing dead is what saved your life?
100%. When he stood over me, when he changed his clip, I know that if I had gotten up in that moment, he would have shot me a second time.
Grad student Madison Askins was hit by a bullet.
That's crazy, man. Let's go ahead and see what else they got up here. Let's see if she talks about him being a white supremacist. Okay, let's see.
The Florida State University shooter has been identified as 20-year-old Phoenix Ickner. He is the son of Leon County Sheriff's Deputy Jessica Ickner. There is an interview with him on FSU News about an anti-Trump protest. People are saying he was in support of the anti-Trump, anti-Israel protests. However, I have not been able to confirm that. But here is a quote from his interview. These people are usually pretty entertaining, usually not for good reasons. Phoenix Ickner, a political science major, said, I think it's a little too late. Trump, is already going to be inaugurated on January 20th, and there's really not much you can do unless you outright revolt, and I don't think anyone wants that. This is from his mother's Facebook page. It is believed that he used one of her guns. She posted, all of y'all better be looking at your children's grades. Don't act shocked when they have D's and F's. If they had those grades at the end of the 9 weeks, they had those grades the majority of the 9 weeks. Accountability is key. Very interesting statement. He was also involved in the police youth advisory program. There's also a review he left from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. However, I personally don't find this relevant. There's a lot of people that like video games and they still don't commit these crimes. This is by far my favorite game of all time. Its story is freaking fantastic, though you seriously need to play the other games too. It's like freaking The Last of Us good. It still holds up today. Every gamer needs to play the mode. First-hand witnesses say that they saw him exit a very nice orange Hummer with an assault rifle. He waved it around, fired a shot, then reached back in his car, got a pistol, and shot a woman in the back that was walking. This is horrific. I cannot even imagine what everybody involved is going through. Something needs to change. We know what it is that needs to change. The Florida State University shooter.
That's crazy, y'all. I mean, damn. It's like he was just basically just shooting anybody. We can't even say he was shooting people because he got thrown out of that club, because he didn't go after them. He was just shooting at people. Just plainly crazy. I mean, just plain crazy, you guys. Gosh. So let's see what this building looked like. Well, he was, look at this. That's tripped out, you guys. This is after all this stuff happened.
Holy moly.
All that damage. So this little boy, now he should have $1 million plus, actually over $1 million, the bond if they gave him one. They probably won't give him one. That is crazy. I guess I won't be able to look at the other thing because they won't let you put it on TikTok. But anyway, it's in the news article, you know, that he was looking at their, you know, he was looking at their views and stuff. He also talked about their views, and he actually was supporting, you know, in support of their views. Point blank. Let's see what else. Yeah. So what do you guys think? You know, like I said, I don't know what his motive was. At first, I thought maybe because he got kicked out of the political club, but now I don't know, because he was just shooting people at random. He shot the one lady in the back, and she didn't do anything to him. You know, they may be the other lady who I was talking about, the food service worker. I'm not sure. But I know one damn thing, it's a shame. And my condolences are expressed out to the people who lost loved ones in this shooting. And my prayers are with them. And my prayers are with all of those who were injured as well. And I hope that justice is done on this kid. And some people think the mother, the relative, should be punished as well. I don't believe so, because this is a grown man. He knows better. And it's just plainly ridiculous. Okay. And I can't wait to see, you know, what they say once they question him and things like that. It's crazy. So they don't even know a motive yet. Okay, so y'all tell me in the comment section, what do you think about this guy? Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. I think I covered everything up here. Okay, I think I told you all about that. I forgot to tell you guys about Diddy. Diddy, let me put it up here. Diddy's, let me delete this. Let me edit this actually. I told y'all the other day that he was trying to get, he went to the judges, his attorneys went to the judge to ask for his case to be delayed for 2 months. That was denied, so that's his major blow. I'm pretty sure of that. Let me go to the article. He claims he needed more time to get his case together, I guess. But the judge wasn't buying that, okay? I guess you said he had enough time already, so why would he need additional time? So his trial is officially kicking off with jury selection on May the 5th. And y'all know I am going to be covering it, and I will be letting you guys know everything that I can about it. All right. Let's see here. What did they say here? So anyway, let's see here. So like I said, Combs, his team, his defense team, made arguments for delaying the trial up to 2 months, but the judge was not having that, okay? U.S. District Judge Aaron Submaranian ruled against Combs' attorneys and said there was sufficient time for them to prepare a defense in the next 3 weeks. Combs' team had filed an April the 16th motion requesting the delay so he could better prepare his defense after prosecutors brought forward new charges April the 3rd. So it will go on. I don't really honestly know why he would want to extend it in the first place, okay? Because if you say you are innocent, right, and you just know that you have evidence to prove that you are innocent, shit, you would want to go ahead and go to court so you can be found innocent and get out of there. But then again, we can say that he can still know that he's innocent or believe he's innocent, and he just needed more time to make sure that it's proven, you know, as best as they can. So it is what it is. So anyway, they said that Sean Combs appeared to be upbeat at his March pretrial hearing. But this time he had a more subdued appearance and attitude. He did not smile as he entered the room. Hold on, let me turn this damn thing on. As he left the room, he hugged every member of his legal team, and his mom was there to support her son. So let's see. So he has another hearing scheduled for April the 25th. If that goes forward as scheduled, updates will be provided regarding that hearing. He got a lot of hearings. Let's see. So in this, let's see. So something else was decided also. Combs' team took the opportunity to try to push back against witnesses using pseudonyms, arguing they had already gone public with their allegations. However, the judge ruled against the defense again, explaining pseudonyms are common practice with actual violence and trafficking cases. So anyway, a compromise was reached in the issue of questionnaires for potential jurors. They will be presented with a box they can check off to indicate whether they would prefer to speak about any experiences with sexual assault or violence, verbally or in writing. Okay? So that is the update regarding Diddy and this upcoming trial. Once again, the judge denied his request to extend his trial for 2 months. He will be going to trial starting May the 5th. And the actual trial itself starts on May the 11th, I believe. I think they say May the 11th. Okay. Let's see what they're saying here real quick. So they did also, here's some more information. They said Diddy's lawyers are still fighting to exclude evidence of Jennifer Lopez in the 1999 nightclub shooting in trial. Okay, let's see. So they said court documents show Sean Diddy Combs' lawyers want to exclude evidence involving J-Lo in the 1999 nightclub shooting she endured with Combs in his upcoming trial. Okay. Let me see what they're saying. So let's see. So they said the reason why Combs' team wants to exclude it is because, according to his lawyers, the testimony of a witness at the shooting, possibly Combs' former chauffeur, Rodell Fenderson, should not stand. Fenderson claimed Combs tried to bribe him with a $50,000 ring, but no one ever found the ring. Assuming the story is true would be a fantasy assumption. Okay. But they do think that J-Lo will be dragged into the case. I don't know if she will be or not. I'm just reading this. Okay. And they claim that J-Lo is also worried about getting dragged into Sean Diddy Combs' court case. So that's going to be, if she is dragged into it, drugged into it, it's going to be, a hot ass mess, period. I'm just trying to figure out how they are using all this stuff that he did all these years ago. It's crazy. 1999? That's a long time ago. And the thing about it too is that people keep on talking about J-Lo, Jay-Z, Beyonce, but what about all the other people? Because I did list a lot of names. If J-Lo, Beyonce, Jay-Z, some of these other people that you keep on constantly hearing their names, if they are brought into this case, then I think the other people should be too. You know what I'm saying? All the other names that they have. Shit. Because, you got to, listen, we know for sure if he did do any type of stuff that they are accusing him of, he couldn't have done that by himself. You know what I'm saying? It had to be other people who were engaged in these type of activities as well. And why haven't they been charged with anything? Probably because they made some type of deal. But just like everything else get leaked, why hasn't that been leaked? Just like with the Karmelo Anthony's case, why I know people probably recorded everything on their cell phones. Usually stuff is leaked. It also is when fights are going down, sometimes kids, start to record it and put it up live on social media. Why haven't we seen any videos like that regarding Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf? That's kind of weird. But yet you can see videos of all other things. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, damn, how did they get that video? How How did they know something was going to happen? It's not that they knew something was going to happen. It's just that when they saw it happening, they took out their cell phones and started recording. So you mean to tell me nobody did that except a few people, and everybody followed the law and they just gave everything to the police? Nobody put anything on social media or anything. That's kind of strange. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on, you guys. Okay. I think I covered every topic that I wanted to cover. Now I'm going to cover a little bit of fuckery news, and then we are going to get out of here because we've been on here for 2 hours and 20 minutes. All right. So let me go ahead and do this. Let me change this ladder. Let's see. Jermaine, you still here or you sleep? But probably sleep. Okay, let's put the music back on in the background too. It is on, it's just down low. Make sure I ain't break my nail. Okay, so the first fuckery news, and remember this. I just say fuckery news because not because of the actual crime, but the people who do it, they are just basically fuckery type of people. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy how they don't really think about, the repercussions. They just do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so anyway, check this out. A 4-year-old girl passed on as her highly intoxicated mother went to take a shower instead of helping her daughter, who was trapped in a sinking car. She crashed into a canal. So the mom crashed her car into a canal, right? And the car was sinking, and she left her daughter in there. Okay? A 4-year-old little girl. So this happened in Cali. Okay? A 26-year-old mother, identified as Jay Acosta, has been charged with the murder of her 4-year-old daughter. Anyway, she caused her daughter's unaliving by driving intoxicated, which led to a tragic accident. But after the accident, instead of helping her daughter, she nonchalantly went home to take a shower she went to take a shower at her uncle's house that was nearby the scene. So did she forget that her daughter was in the car? Okay, Acosta reportedly lost control of her car on the night of March the 8th and eventually crashed into an irrigation canal. The car, found partially submerged, became the site of a grim discovery. Police said Acosta, they said that after she left the crash, hold up, y'all, I'm reading this wrong. They said that Acosta, after the crash, left her daughter trapped and suffering inside the sinking car while she went to take a shower at her uncle's home. When the response team came, they found the young child unresponsive, and she was pronounced unalive at the scene. So this little girl drowned, okay? And the mom left her in the car when she crashed into the canal. I don't know what's wrong with the lady. She went to her uncle's house to take a shower while her daughter was in that water, drowned, in the car trapped. Does not even make any type of sense at all. Let me see if I can show you a picture of this crazy ass lady, if they have one. I thought I saw a picture of her, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Well, they don't have one. I thought it was, but I guess not. But anyway, that's a damn shame. I'm just trying to figure out, how did she not realize? How did she just leave her child in that car in the canal? and she just went to her uncle's house to take a shower. That's crazy. Was she that damn drunk? So if she is convicted, you guys, if she's convicted on all the charges that they have on her, she faces a maximum sentence of life in prison, as she should. All right? As she should. Because she was neglectful. I don't know what else they got her on besides unaliving her daughter, causing her daughter to be unalive and stuff. Let's see. And she does not have any bail. And she shouldn't. All right? So I hope justice is served on this lady completely, because how in the hell do you leave your 4-year-old daughter in a car trapped in a canal, drowning, while you go your ass to your uncle's house to take a shower? How? And first and foremost, she should have never been drunk. And that's why this is some fuckery, because she was drunk, very drunk. That's probably why she forgot about her daughter. But she'll have a long time in prison to think about her actions. And, you know, may this little girl rest in peace. And my condolences are extended out to all of the little girl's other family members. That doesn't make any sense, man. Let's see. So they got all kinds of stories. I'll tell y'all about this on Monday. It don't make no sense. Okay, let me see. Some straight up fuckery. Okay, so but that, like I said, that story I just told you guys about is crazy, and it is some fuckery. Because I'm just trying to figure out, why would you even get so drunk that you forget about your kids? Period. So anyway, a New York mom played unalive as her 15-year-old son allegedly fatally stabbed his grandmother after they argued over a laptop. That's some fuckery right there as well, guys. It really is. Kids. But you know what? You got to blame some of these parents, okay? Because they just don't, you know, do their parent duties at all. So let's see. So this boy allegedly fatally stabbed his 56-year-old grandmother. Get this, 35 times. 35 times. Anyway, this little 15-year-old boy was indicted for murder, attempted murder, and assault. Okay? They say he could face 15 years to life in prison if he is convicted for allegedly stabbing his 56-year-old grandmother 35 times. And of course, they have not released his identity due to his age, 15 years old. He was arrested on Monday, April the 7th, after allegedly becoming infuriated that his mother, Vanessa blank blank, was going to confiscate his laptop. So at 9:40 p.m. on Monday, April the 7th, Vanessa confronted her son about missing school classes, but then they argued. Then the grandmother told her daughter, then the grandmother told her daughter, Vanessa, to take the teen's computer away as a punishment. The 15-year-old grabbed a knife and stabbed his grandmother. Damn. He then turned the knife for his mother. After Vanessa was stabbed, she fell to the ground and played unalive. The 15-year-old turned back around to his grandmother and continued to stab her. He allegedly fled the scene. Vanessa then left the home and flagged a driver down. The driver then let her inside the car and she called 911. Y'all, that is a damn crazy. Something is wrong with some of these kids, okay? For real, because what? He got that mad, okay, over having his laptop taken, that he decided to unalive his grandmother, and then he was going to also unalive his mom. He stabbed his mom too, and then when she played unalive, he turned right back around and stabbed his grandmother over and over and over again, at least 35 times. See, when you have kids that do crimes like this, I honestly believe they can still be in detention, juvenile detention, but they should have life, okay, point blank. They should have life in prison, because that is plainly ridiculous. Just like this 14-year-old who allegedly used a walker and belt to unalive his grandmother. And then he said she was already passing on. That is crazy. What the hell is wrong with these kids, guys? Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys 2 more fucking stories, and then we are getting ready to get out of here, okay? Because you know I can't give them all to you. That is crazy, though, that story that I just told you guys about. So let's see. Let me tell y'all the one about the 2. The next 2. One is about the Philadelphia Uber driver, 77, you guys. He was shot and unalived in an attack while picking up a rider. And I guess the rider is now in critical condition. Let's see what they say right here real quick. So he was picking up a rider outside a Philadelphia hookah bar when 2 men approached his car and just started shooting. Really? So this Uber driver was shot unalive in an attack while picking up passenger outside of a Philadelphia hookah lounge. Let's see. So this happened on Wednesday, April the 15th, shortly before 2 a.m. So the Uber driver, let's see, stopped at Biblo's hookah bar for his next Uber rider. Okay. So as the 22-year-old passenger, who has not been identified by name, entered the car, 2 men got out of a car behind the Uber driver, and they proceeded to shoot into the car at least 4 times. So I wonder if the dude in the car, the 2 dudes in the car behind the Uber driver, I wonder if they were actually going after the 2 people who got, or the person, no. Were they going after the 22-year-old passenger who was getting in the car, and they just managed to hit the Uber driver too? I'm wondering that. But anyway, the Uber driver was shot in the head. The passenger was shot in the arm, leg, and stomach. Let's see. He tried to drive away too, but he crashed into something and then passed on at the scene. Let's see. But I want to know if, hold on. See, I knew it. That's why you got to be careful with these people you pick up. Okay? So they said that the passenger had a physical altercation with the suspects before the shooting happened. And that Uber driver was not even really involved in it. Goodness. The thing is, why don't they just start shooting cars? You know, they don't care who the hell they hit. They could have been a kid in that car. They don't care. That is crazy. So they said it appears that right before the shots were fired, there was some sort of physical altercation. And they said that it also appears that someone in that car was targeted. Yeah, of course they targeted this young man. If he just got into an altercation at the hookah bar, of course, he was targeted. And it just so happened they waited until he got into the Uber car to do the shooting. And then the Uber driver, the innocent Uber driver, got hit as well, got shot in the head. That is shame. Damn. That is a shame. Let me see what two people are saying in the comment section. Somebody said, why didn't they just shoot the intended target instead of an innocent man? And I'm saying the same thing. Just start shooting all over the damn place. Somebody said because they are criminals. Somebody said, what is Uber going to do about this? Not a damn thing. Okay? Not anything. That's why I think Uber, for those drivers and stuff, I think they should have bulletproof windows and knife-proof windows, glass going all the way around the driver's side, the back, on the side, the front, just around them to keep them more safer. And they should never allow anybody to sit in the front. But, they're not going to do that. Somebody says sometimes picking up people at a certain location isn't worth it. The rider should have called the cops, not a damn Uber. Now an innocent man is unalive because of this bomb. Yeah. The thing is, I don't think that person knew that they were going to come back and start shooting. Clearly, they was watching him. But if they was watching him, why did they wait till he get into the Uber car? Okay? They could have shot him on the street while he was waiting for the Uber. Or when he walked outside to the Uber before he got inside of the Uber. They just didn't give a shit. They waited until he got in the car, which is crazy. And it really doesn't matter. It does matter where you pick people up at, but at the same time, that bar could be in a nice area. The hookah bar could be in a nice area. Somebody said the same thing I just said. Dang, Uber drivers need to get their cars armored in an enclosure for the driver. I told you, not silly talk. There are companies that make anything bulletproof. The price, that's another matter. No, Uber itself, they make enough money. They should do that to every driver. Because when you're picking up people, you're putting yourself in danger all the time. So they definitely should have some type of safety glass going all around, and they should not allow anybody in the front seats or anything, just only in the back seats. That's what they should do, but we know they're not going to do it. Anyway, my condolences are expressed out to his family and friends. My prayers are extended out to them as well. And may he rest in peace. And I hope justice is served on these two who unalived this dude and shot the other one. And hopefully they do find out who it is. And my prayers are with the other. Let me take that one back. Okay. No. I'm right. My prayers also is extended out to the dude who got severely injured as well. Because the two people who were shooting, they did not get any injuries. And I still say he probably should have, called the police like somebody else said, versus just getting inside of an Uber and leaving. Because clearly they were watching him the whole entire time. Somebody said Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. And then they put LOL, LOL, LOL. So here we go with another racist comment. We know who the attackers were. or thumb down her shit. They should have showed a picture so we can see who it was. A hooker bar? I don't know about that. I don't see that. I don't know, because Philly is mostly a lot of black people live there, so you just never know. Okay? But anyway, I'll keep you guys updated on that story if I get any more updated information, okay? These people act like it's a sin to have some money, man. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Okay, let me go ahead and give y'all this next story. So the next one is about the little kid who hold on, let me get to the story. It's about a 10-year-old girl who was kidnapped by a man she met on Roblox. Y'all got to teach our kids not to be chatting up with these people on these gaming sites and stuff. You know, this is plain, and definitely don't meet them and give them your number or anything. So anyway, a California man has been arrested for kidnapping a 10-year-old child he reportedly met on social media apps, Roblox and Discord. Anyway, this dude named Matthew Navo, 27, was arrested on Sunday for kidnapping and unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, 10 years old. So let's see here. So they start searching for this little girl on Sunday. All right. So following information indicating the possibility that the missing minor was kidnapped, detectives said they uncovered the juvenile had been communicating with this dude via social media, and they were believed to be in the area of Elk Grove, California, more than 250 miles away. Anyway, they found the little girl on Sunday. So they arrested this dude and booked him into the Sacramento County and later transferred to Kern County, where he is being held with bail set at $250,000. And this is what I'm talking about right here. His bail is only $250,000, right? And he kidnapped this little girl and then had some, what did they say? Sexual conduct, unlawful sexual conduct with a minor. Okay? And that's all they gave him was a $250,000 bill. That's crazy. A little kid, 10 years old. But let's see what else they got here. They're just telling us to watch, tell everybody to watch their kids and all the other stuff, the normal stuff. But so he is in custody, like I just said. Again, parents, you got to teach your kids not to be giving out personal information. Don't be linking up with these people. I don't care what they say, because they're never going to be up to any good meeting kids. You know what I'm saying? 10 years old. And there was another story too, similar to this one too. But this little girl, let me think, she met him online too. And he encouraged her to get up and leave her house late at night, I think. And when she got to his, I think he was outside somewhere waiting on her, and he was picking her up. And so he drove her to his house or somewhere, and he raped this little girl for days. And then I think she managed to escape. Yeah. So you got to be very, very careful with your kids and teach them some things, and make sure you put it into their mind that they don't need to be talking to these people online like this. Giving them their numbers, forming online relationships with them, linking up with them and things like that. Because a lot of times, not all of the time, but a lot of the time, you be undercover, PEDOs and other type of people. You know what I'm saying? They're just waiting. And then sometimes you even get unalived. So yeah. I wish I could find that story, but yeah, I just, was looking at that story. See, I thought that was the same story, but it's not. That's a different one. Let me see if I can find it real quick before we get out of here. Yeah, I can't remember when I saw that. See, I don't see it. But if I come back to that story, I'll definitely let y'all hear it because it's plainly crazy. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see it here. But I'm pretty sure I still have it. But you definitely got to be, you know, like I said, watching your kids and making sure you let them know what's up for real. Because you can watch your kids, but you can't watch every single thing they do. So you definitely got to, you know, let them know what's up and let them know how the world really is, you know, because everything is not perfect and all, great. You know, you got some weird ass people out there that do weird stuff. So we definitely got to keep them, you know, abreast of that, because if you don't, things like this can happen. Okay. So anyway, they do have a recall, you guys, real quick before we leave, on a common blood pressure medication. And the name of this medication is, let's tell you guys. This is the name right here. Let's see here. It's called, I'm going to type it in the chat, okay? Because I know good and dead going well. This word right here is kind of hard to say. How do you spell it? L-E, Lurspranapine. It's called something like that. I know I didn't say it 100% correctly. So this is the medication right here. It's the 10 milligram tablets. Okay. It's this one right here. Anyway, the reason why they are recalling this medication, this blood pressure medication, is because they have 10 milligram on the tablet, but it actually contains 20 milligrams. And the thing about it, you cannot take the wrong strength of medication, because either whatever you're using it for, like with blood pressure, to control it, if you're not taking the right dosage, your blood pressure can get too high or even too low. So, you know, that's why they had to recall that, because it has to be correct. So they did say the correct strength is printed on the top of the carton and on the blister strips. Okay. So they said patients are being urged to check for the batch number. This is the batch number right here. MD4L. I guess this is an 07. This is the batch number. Okay, let's see. And the name of the medicine is that right there. Okay, and then this is the batch number. It is a hypertension medication. And the expiration date is January 2028. So if y'all have that medication, just take it back to the pharmacy. All right. Okay. Now, they did say if you take too much, it can lead to a fast or irregular heartbeat, dizziness, or sleepiness. All right. And, you know, a too fast heartbeat, you know, could definitely, you know, be a major problem. So make sure you check your medication if you have that, you know, and if you do have it, then take it back to the pharmacy and go from there. Okay. All right. So, guys, that is going to be it. Like I said, I cannot cover all of this news because it's just not enough time. But I will tell you some more of this news on Monday when I come back with another live. Now, I won't be doing any lives this weekend unless something major happens with all of these people that I talk about, like Diddy or Karmelo Anthony, or any other, you know, topics like that, okay, you know, that I cover. If anything major happens with it where I need to come back on Saturday or Sunday, I will. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Monday. All right, and y'all make sure y'all check out my reaction videos. And I'm going to put up my Dollar Tree haul over the weekend. I got some good stuff, not just from the Dollar Tree, but from all the stores I went to. Shit, I go to so many stores I can't even remember all of them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do that Dollar Tree haul this weekend, and then I'm probably do a YouTube short. Not no hauls or nothing though. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to do that challenge. So y'all make sure y'all check out all my videos and stuff and show your girls some support. Also, y'all, thank you so much for getting my views up to 800. I got like 850,000 views. So that's pretty good. Thank you everybody for that, for your support. And I appreciate it. All right. So again, guys, happy and blessed Easter to you guys. Just in case I don't come back, let me put that up here real quick. Easter weekend. Okay. And I want y'all to enjoy y'all holiday on Sunday. Let me put this up here. And let me go ahead and see who was in the chat. We know we got Jermaine, who was here, Tony Bands, Low Keys, and I think that was it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking me out. I appreciate all of you guys. And thanks to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watches this in a replay. And don't forget, guys, don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content tonight. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure you share and leave a comment. Like, subscribe, bell, share, and leave a comment. All right, guys, let me go ahead and take all of this stuff down. And let's do this. Put that up there for you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend, like I said before. Oh my gosh, all these damn things. I don't even see. I'm looking for this other thing, y'all. And here y'all go right there. Stop sharing this, guys. I'm gonna stop that. Good night, y'all. Take care. Thanks to everybody in the bushes and everybody who watches this in the replay. Good night, y'all.